I almost had like rose colored glasses on, and I found that, whoa, this person can manifest so well. Whoa, this person has become so successful. All these things. And I was like, oh, this person is amazing. And even I thought like, oh, because of him, I must be amazing. I started giving him all the credit, right? The minute I broke up with him and I was like, you know what, I'm done. And I called all my energy back to me, and I was like, this is gonna end. I saw him again and I was shocked. I was like, there is no way I was with this person. No, I literally saw him for the way he actually looked. And it's like, my friends had been telling me, Liz, there's no way, because he was not a good person either, you know?
That's the main problem.
But I was like, my energy made him so magical to me. And the same way, like, all the things that I thought, like, he's so successful, he's so good at manifesting, it stopped when I removed my energy.
A few years back, I was dating this older guy. And at the time, I was going through a lot, right? And I put him on this pedestal. I was like, oh, he is this educated black man. He dressed well. He's handsome, well-spoken. You know, he is the gem, right? I felt lucky to have him. Mind you, I am the young one. I am the beautiful looking, model looking one, right? I am the one that has so much potential. I am the female, right? But yet I saw this man as, oh, you're lucky to have him. Mind you, this man, down the line when I was doing decent for myself, especially at that age, I had, have an apartment, and I had like 2 jobs, all these things. And I always felt like, oh, he's missing, right? If I can just have him back in my life again, it'll make everything right. And this man is on a pedestal, yet he pays no bills for me. Yeah, we go on dates, he pay for dates, but that's bare minimum. But I'm giving away all this youthful energy, my body, my time, my youth, right? All this creative energy. And what you don't realize is when you are next to a man, you're giving that man status. You're giving that man status, right? Because people trust men that are in relationships, which gives them more opportunities in the world, right? And when you're with a man, your looks and your body, that energy transfer, it boosts his confidence, his ego, right? Which makes him go harder in life, which makes him hunt better, right? And so that's why a lot of times, ladies, these men are players. It's not just about sex. It's an energy transfer that's going on. Because the more women he has, the more confidence he has, the more opportunities he has to go out and conquer. Because he has all these ladies coming to him, telling him, oh, your sex game is great. Oh, you're so amazing. Oh, I love having conversations with you. I love you. I like you. Some of these women are cooking, cleaning for him. All of these services, right? And he's taking and building his portfolio. Let's keep watching. I have so much more to say, y'all.
So a lot of people are dating people and they put them on a pedestal, but it's all because of your energy. They're like a lot of women, for example, men become more good looking, more successful because they're with that woman. Mm-hmm. And then the woman starts to think like, oh, he's too good for me. Yeah. Oh, he's the, honey, that's your energy. Realize it, you know?
This is a page from my book, and this is about the masculine and feminine dynamics in a relationship and how they coexist together. So men rule the base chakra, right? Because they rule that part of the body that it represents. They have the protruding area down there. They give us a seed. They come in our bodies and they give us a seed. They plant a seed in us for us to multiply. And that part of the body is about your survival, your safety, your security, and getting your basic needs met, your basic bills, your basic necessities met in this earthly realm, right? And men are like a plug. They're a plug, we're the energy socket. They need to come inside of our energy socket to get energy, to get life. They literally need a feminine's energy to create more abundance, more success in their life. That is why statistics show that married men live longer, live happier lives, healthier lives. They have more money, they earn more, they're more successful. They benefit across all categories in life. Women rule the sacral chakra. This is why most women have a little pudge down there, and our bellies get bigger whenever we are growing a baby, right? And what does that area represent? It represents creativity, sexuality, femininity. Now, femininity, creativity, and sexuality, they're all the same energy. If you have high creativity, if you have high feminine energy, you probably have a lot of sexual energy, and you probably have men pining after you because you have a lot of creative energy. They can feel it, they can sense it, right? Because what does creative energy do? It creates, it multiplies what it is given. And what happens when you give men a sexual charge or sensual energy? It charges him up, it lights him up, and he's able to create more success in his life. Now, he has to give back to the feminine. He has to marry her, commit to her, be loyal to her, choose her as his woman. Then the woman gives him love back. Now, women rule the heart chakra. That's why we have the protruding area there. We have the breasts, right? And the heart is the most powerful organ in the body. The heart is the first organ that grows in utero. It manifests all other organs. It's 5,000 times stronger than the brain, and its electromagnetic field reaches 3 feet out from the body. So it literally generates an energy field that pushes out and it creates. So imagine you're giving love to a man, sensual energy to a man, femininity to a man. You're giving him all of these delicious feminine qualities, and he's benefiting from that. And a lot of times he'll benefit from that. He'll triple his income. He'll get a raise. He'll look better. He'll feel better. He has to give back to the feminine what she is giving to him, or she will become depleted. Now, the heart is the center of the lower chakras and the higher chakras, right? The heart is what connects the two. Men are the masters of the material realm. They're more interested in the 3D world, the physical world, the world of animality, the world of hunger, the competitive world, right? Women, we're connected to the spiritual world, the higher frequencies, because we're more intuitive, we're more connected to spirit. We literally take spiritual energy and we manifest it into a physical being.
A lot of times you will watch interviews, right? And the person that's interviewing the other person will say, well, what made you this successful? And the man will say, well, if it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't be where I am today, right? And it's true. Men go out there, build, conquer, compete with other men so they can get the woman that they want. A lot of times, right? We're talking about heterosexual masculine men here, okay? We're not talking about the sassy apocalypse and the men who like other men. We're talking about heterosexual men that want to compete and get families and be on that hierarchy, right? I'll give y'all an example of how men siphon energy and how they harvest our energy. I was in the gym the other day, and as I'm working out, this man that I've seen prior, like months ago, and he's like, oh yeah, I know you. Yeah, we were talking about music, whatever. And then so I go in the back of the gym, like away from everyone, because I like my space to work out, right? It's nighttime, everybody's after work. He comes in the gym. He tries to neg me, right? Be like, oh my God, you only work on your lower body and not your upper body. And, you should train me and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not training you for free, And he's like, yeah, just come over here and show me what you got. So you think I'm going to go over there and demonstrate to you anything for free, and so you can siphon my energy. Because like, you guys, I'm in a nice black romper, tight fitted romper, right? And for y'all that don't know this, I've been working out for the past 2 years, so I'm very toned. My buttocks have grown, my legs are toned, my arms are toned, my stomach is toned. I've transformed, right? And so I don't need, and not only that, I've transformed mentally, right? So I know who I am, right? And I know my purpose. And so nobody can dictate to me anything, right? Nobody can tell me what I am or what I should do. And you're not going to put me in a position where I feel like I have to prove myself to you. So I'm like, obviously in the light of things, like, I'm saying this playfully, but I'm like, boy, I ain't got to demonstrate nothing to you. I'm the product, right? You see this. I don't got to do none of that. So then he comes back. He's like, oh, I'm not going to give up. Like, basically trying to get my attention, because I don't know, these men are weird. And so finally I just be like, yeah, but you're going to have to give up because I got a man. I got a man. So you might as well just give up. I just said that so he can just leave me the hell alone. But I just want to show y'all how easy it is for men to come in and try to distract you. And he even said it too, y'all. He said, oh, he would come over in the middle of my workouts and be like, am I distracting you? Can you focus? Because his whole purpose is he wants me to focus on him. He said this with his mouth. Like, you can't even make the accusation that I'm thinking too high of myself, because he literally came to me and was like, oh, am I distracting you? Can you not focus on your workout? Because his plan is to distract me so I can focus on him, right? And that's just a great example how men are readily available trying to siphon and harvest your energy for their own intentions. Because this guy, he could use my energy for free. Let's say I wanted to show him a few upper body workouts. Now I'm standing next to you. Now I'm giving you more value in the dating market, because I would like to say that I'm a very beautiful woman. So I'm going to be standing next to you and people are going to think that I'm with you. Not only that, I'm giving you sexual energy, which is motivation to a man, right? To go out in the world and hunt and to do better. And not only that, I'm sexual energy for you to go out there and get more women, because now okay, if I can get her, I can get other women like that too. Not saying that, oh, he hasn't gotten beautiful women. That's not what I'm saying. But that's more added ego to him if I do that, especially for free. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful. Be pleasant with people, both genders, but know when to stop. You should not be talking to a man for minutes, hours long, and it's not beneficial. It's not putting nothing into your bank account. It's not increasing your connections. He's not giving something of value to you. Okay? So they do it all the time, ladies. And if I wasn't up on game, or if I didn't have my guard up, I would just go up. Yeah, I'll show you some upper body workouts. Here you go. Yeah, giving him free energy, free sexual energy. And now people think that I'm probably doing it with this guy. Hell no. Okay? Anyways, y'all, we're gonna keep watching.
So women have duality. We can be master manifestors and master receivers. A lot of times when you meet a man who's a narcissist, he's operating heavily in these lower frequencies. He's not connected to his heart. He's draining energy from his heart, right? And he's operating down here. He's not connected to source. He's not connected to his spirit, his higher self, to God. He has no God consciousness. He's fully embodied in the physical world. That is why whenever you meet a narcissist, they have no compassion, because they're not connected to their heart. Giving energy to a man is not just about having sex with them. It's also when you're flirting with them, when you're thinking about them, when you're talking about them, when you're talking to them, when you're on a date with them. It's any energy that you are generating to that man, he's filling up on it. And this is why 50-50 dynamics do not work, because women are not supposed to provide financially for a man. Men are supposed to provide financially, physically, physical safety, financial safety, and emotional safety. Men cannot just provide the first two without the other, because women have to feel safe with that man emotionally, physically, financially, for her to rest in her feminine energy. When a woman cannot get pregnant, a lot of the times doctors will tell her, you need to relax. You need to relax. And I think a lot of women are suffering with PCOS because of high stress and having to worry about her survival all the time. She's operating highly in her masculine energy, and it's causing problems in her sexual energy because she's draining all of that energy to go into her survival mode and to preserve herself. You're in a relationship with a man and he's not providing for you emotional security, financial security, physical security, and you're giving him love and you're giving him intimacy and you're flirting with him, you're talking with him, you're doing all the things. Stop and pull your energy back. Give that love to yourself. Focus on yourself. Give all of that love and energy and time and thoughts and everything back to yourself. Because when women focus on themselves and they give all of that love back to themselves, they can radiate and manifest even more powerfully. You can manifest so much more powerfully when you're not draining yourself with a man who's giving you nothing. So you have the power to change it. It's not that men come around and they are automatically energy vampires. You allow him to drain your energy. So think about, what is this man offering me? What kind of emotional security is he offering me? What kind of financial security is he offering me? Physical security? Is he showing up for me? Is he being consistent with me? Does he have good communication skills with me? Does he have good conflict resolution with me? Does he show up for me? Does he answer my calls? Does he call me consistently? Like, how is he showing up for you? Because if he's not consistent with you, if he's not providing for you, if he's not showing up for you and claiming you and wanting to marry you and truly honoring you in your heart, and you're giving him energy, you are by nature depleting yourself. And the first thing that will happen when you're in this kind of dynamic is your money will start to fade away. You will start to have money issues because financial abundance is equated to the sacral chakra. So get yourself right. If you're in this kind of dynamic, cut it off. Stop thinking about him, stop giving him energy, and focus on yourself.
As a woman, you need to be able to tell the difference when a man is harvesting your energy and when he's siphoning your energy, because they do both, and there's a difference between the two. Let's go over the difference. Harvesting. When a man is harvesting your energy, he is coming to you to get you to give your energy to him freely. Keyword, freely. What is harvesting? Harvesting is the act of collecting from a natural source. So for example, when you go to the beach and you collect stones or seashells from the beach, you are harvesting. The beach is giving you her resources for free. It's free for the taking. Another example is a garden. When a garden grows its herbs, its fruits, its vegetables, it is free for you to come to the garden and pick all that it's grown, right? You're harvesting. Harvesting is considered ethical because it is something being given away freely. A lot of women do not realize how much of themselves they give away freely to others. Women do not realize how much of their energy, how much of their life force they give away for free. So, how does a man harvest your energy? One way is just by getting your attention. He'll reach out to you through social media. When a man reaches out to you through social media, he wants your attention. And when you give him the attention, he is harvesting it. He is collecting. And men like this who reach out to women on social media, they will reach out to multiple women, and they're harvesting from multiple sources. All these women are giving away their energy to this man freely. The reason why he's doing it, for personal growth. He's harvesting the energy for empowerment. Women need to realize how much of their energy and their attention empowers men, how much of your energy helps them grow. Another way a man will harvest a woman's energy is by being friends with you. Most men that reach out to you wanting to be friends, they're actually interested in you sexually. but they know they can't get you, so they will settle with being friends with you just to be able to harvest your energy, just to be able to have the access to you and to get your attention. Again, this is considered ethical because you are giving it for free.
I remember this guy reached out to me a few months ago, and he's like, oh, FaceTime me. And I'm like, no. And so he refused to stop texting me. So I gave him my Cash App. I said, okay, you know what to do with this, basically, right? You know when girls be asking for money straight up so that men can leave them alone. He's like, oh, you should pay me. And I'm like, okay. Like, I just didn't reply. And then, you know, eventually he got the lesson. Like, I'm not giving you my attention for free. A lot of these men, you know, they text you and FaceTiming you, and they know they don't really have good intentions. It's just for them to feed their ego, right? They have all these beautiful women that they can talk to, call, and they literally don't have to do anything. They're harvesting your energy. And this has happened to me multiple times without my knowledge. Like, I remember this guy I used to deal with from church, you know, we never went anywhere, like, in relationship world. We never did anything like that. But I remember one time, like, he took me out for, I want to say a little, wasn't really an evening dinner. It was like dinner after work, just to catch up on things, because we haven't seen each other in years, you know. We were like church friends or whatever. And, you know, we catch up. I'm like, wow, he's so tall, he's so handsome. Like, you know, this is the guy that I always wanted to be with after we did our studies and, you know, things like that after we got older. And it never went that way, which is fine. You know, he was never really a relationship person. Cool. But yet he still wanted to reach out to me all the time to feed his ego. He would be like, oh, how was I on our little like dinner? Like, how did I present myself? Like, was I da 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 da? Basically, he just wanted to boost his ego. And I was like, oh yeah, you know, you were a great conversationalist. It went well, blah blah blah. You know, and that just gave him energy. That fueled him somehow, you know. And after that, he would constantly reach out to me, and, you know, knowing that he doesn't want a relationship, right? He doesn't want that, but he still wanted me around in a certain capacity to feed his ego. And this has happened to me multiple times. Another guy, his name was like, I'm not gonna say his name, but I had reached out to him. These were back in the days, y'all, when I was like, I didn't know who the F I was, okay? And I reached out to him because I was talking to another guy. And so I reached out to him so I wouldn't be too attached to this guy, right? And so this guy, you know, that I reached out to, he ended up playing so many games. Like, don't get me wrong, I was playing games too, but after a while, like, I wasn't playing no games, right? So I'm like, okay, like, you know, basically, where is this gonna go? He would just reach out and just disappear. Reach out and then disappear. Reach out and then disappear. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? And there would be times, like, he asked me out on a date, and then, bruh, this dude never followed up. And that, for me, y'all, was like the last straw. I was like, no, you're not harvesting my energy. You're not gonna build me up and then try to tear me down. And that's what they do. And it boosts their ego. And from now on, y'all, I'm not even gonna respond to these men in the comment section, because I've realized a lot of these men, when I look at their profile pictures, they have nothing going for themselves, right? They're unattractive. You can tell that they're poor. You can tell that they have no money. You could tell that in real life, they couldn't even sit next to me, right? Or sit next to a woman of beauty or standard or quality. They couldn't get next to her. So I'm not even responding to negative comments from this day forth. So if a man wants to leave comments below, just know you're not harvesting an energy from me anymore, because I know what's up now. Let's keep watching.
Okay, there's a lot of other ways that a man will harvest your energy, but let's move on to siphoning. When a man is siphoning your energy, it is the purpose of coming to you, getting access to you, and depleting you, taking your energy, and usually it's without your consent. So they will manipulate you or inflict pain on you to get that energy. So siphoning is a lot more diabolical than harvesting. Harvesting is the act of collecting from the natural source being you. Siphoning is the act of depleting. It's the act of consuming. They don't just want to come to your beach and collect some stones and collect some seashells. They want it all. So think of a well that has water in it. Someone who wants to harvest will come and throw their bucket in there, collect their water, got what they wanted, and then bounce. That's someone who harvested. Someone who wants to siphon you is looking at that well, and they don't just want a bucket. They want all the water that's in there. That is siphoning. So when a man wants to siphon you, he's gonna try to get into a romantic relationship with you. Unlike the men who want to harvest your energy, they will want to get your attention, they will flirt with you, they will show interest, and then they'll go ghost. Because their purpose was to just collect and harvest the energy that they wanted from you to build themselves up, and then they bounce. The thing with these type of men, the ones that harvest your energy, is every once in a while, they'll come back and get your attention again to see if you're still a source that they can tap into, to see if they can still harvest from you. All right? But as for the men who want to siphon your energy, they will want to get your attention, they'll show interest, they will flirt, and they will really pursue you. He's gonna pursue you because he really does want you, but not in the way that you think. He doesn't want you. He wants your energy. He wants your life force. So these type of men that want to siphon you will love bomb the hell out of you and future fake you. They will tell you whatever you need to hear. They will study you and make sure that they're the man that you want them to be. They will future fake you by promising an engagement down the line, promising a marriage, promising a family. All right? Everything that you want, everything that you dream of in a relationship, he will give you the appearance and he'll even act it out. He'll even do it. So these men who want to siphon your energy, he will love bomb you and future fake you because he really wants you to open up. And he not only wants you to open up to him, he also wants you to grow. You know what I mean? When a woman is in love, she glows differently. That's because the light inside of her is really, really shining. He's essentially fattening you up to consume you. Think of the story of Hansel and Gretel. Do you remember how the witch kept feeding Hansel candy to fatten him up before she would consume him?
I want to say that she's lying, but she is not, because I remember the time when I was dealing with this guy during a very dark place in my life. And when I say this man, he came in like a freaking knight in shining armor. I thought he was Jesus Christ reincarnated. You couldn't say nothing bad about him around me, right? He was the best thing since a slice of bread, okay? And when I tell you, he dropped a truth bomb on me and sucked out all that happiness and light and love and optimism I had for the relationship, for even myself. It was all gone. That light was gone. He fattened me up, took me out, gassed my head up about, just everything. And I said that when that truth bomb dropped, babe, it was like I saw him for who he really was. But I was still chasing the fantasy from the beginning. But the truth is, a lot of men, they just want to come in your life and you're thinking, oh, well, I'm beautiful. I have something going for myself. I got a good personality. I'm a decent person. But a lot of these men, they just want to siphon your energy or they trying to get you, they trying to learn and study you so they can go ahead out in the world and attract more beautiful women. That's what it is. So you might be thinking to yourself, oh, I'm the first baddie he had, or I'm a baddie, but you know, I got things going for myself, and you know, he's leveling up by being with me. But in his head, he's like, okay, if I could figure out this girl and figure out her quirks and what works for her, I can go out there and I can be a better version of myself. I can be a better hunter, and I can hunt other women, and I could level up in my career by having all these women support me and manifest for me, right? And that's why I said sex is not just sex. Sex is a transfer of energy, right? It is a transfer of energy. Not only that, you're cooking, you're cleaning for this man, you're building him up, you're giving him confidence, you're telling him how great he is, how he can go out in the world and he's a great hunter and blah, blah, blah. Y'all are feeding these men egos, and they're not doing shit for y'all, but making y'all cry. And you're losing weight, sis. You're getting blemishes out here, sis. Like, and this man is glowing up and he looking good. And you know how many times I be looking at relationships and the guy, he's like so handsome. He has like nice clothes, nice haircut, skin clear. And then you look at the person that he's with, the woman that he's with, she's overweight. Her clothes is not put together, it's not stylish. She just came out the house looking like any type of way. And I used to be that girl, right? And you got to ask yourself, if a man really loves and cares for you, wouldn't he want to see you as the best version of yourself? Wouldn't he be like, hey, baby, get some money, go get some makeup, go get some facials, go take care of yourself, right? If a man is okay with that state of you, right, that shows a lot about his character. He's okay taking, and then you just look like shit and feel like shit about yourself. Okay? Look at y'all relationships, right? Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself before and after, you know, that relationship. Ask your most trusted family and friends, okay, how was I before my relationship and after my relationship? Do you think that I'm more happier and fulfilled? Do you think that I'm a better version of myself? And that's where you're going to see the truth. That's where you're going to see it. And that's where you're going to decide if this man is harvesting your energy and not giving you anything back, right? Because in life, we are all harvesting each other's energy as we interact with each other. The problem is when there's an imbalance and that person is not getting their needs met, and one person is getting their needs met more than the other. Especially as women, when we not only do we come to the table with a job, but we have come to the table with cooking, cleaning, and being a motivational speaker, and being a therapist / assistant / nurturer. So it's like, it's not just 50-50, y'all. It's way more than that. So you want a man that comes in your life and he enhances it by at least 75%, or it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe and like. Bye.